Hi, Kelly Eckholt here to update you on the key events of the week. We had quite a bit of data this week, so let's get into it. The first thing I want to talk about is the current account data which came out for the June quarter. We basically had a bit of an improvement in the current account, 7.5% of GDP of deficit. That's obviously pretty encouraging, but still a very high number, and there's still a long way to go before we can get too excited about having a better balanced current account that will keep foreign investors and ratings agencies happy with us. The other big news of the week was the release of second quarter GDP data. That was good news in the sense that the recession that was previously reported was revised away, and we also recorded 1.8% annual GDP growth for the year to June. That was a bit better than even our top of the market forecasts for GDP. The last thing I'm going to talk about there in terms of the big data was the GDT milk price auction, which rose again 4.6% for the second running auction. That's good news for the farmers and helps balance up some of the downside risks we'd previously seen to our $6.75 milk price forecast for the current season. But there are a few storm clouds on the horizon with respect to this data. The first thing I'll mention is the stronger GDP data does put additional pressure on the Reserve Bank to increase interest rates a bit further, consistent with our view that interest rates are going to go up another 25 basis points at the November monetary policy statement. The US Federal Reserve also significantly revised up their expectations for where they see interest rates going in the US over the next few years, which emphasises that central banks have still got a bit of work to do to get on top of these very strong inflation pressures. The last thing I'll mention to you is with respect to Westpac's own long-running consumer confidence survey, which was released this week and showed that the consumer is still very much in the doldrums. There was another small fall in consumer confidence, remains at pretty low levels. Households there really labouring under the very strong cost of living pressures as well as rising interest rates. I'll be back to talk to you again next week.